I was reminded of something a week or so back, and I was sharing with Pastor Jay. I'd like to share it with you. In the last 13 weeks, we've had someone saved in all of our services, to which we ought to give God the glory and the praise. That being said, we need to, those of you that are here that have friends that have been saved, you need to share with them their next step is to follow the Lord in water baptism. A lot of times people don't know that that's the next step for me to take. And so they just hold back. And after a while, then they become embarrassed. Oh, I've been saved 3 years, but I never was baptized. I want to tell you a story to that end. So when I was a young man, I made my pastor my very best friend. And therefore, his friends became my friends. And there was a man that was here in our community who owned one of the big dairies in this area. His name was Ken Crow. And Ken's wife had passed away with cancer. And in that year of the Lord reaching out to him through the local church, Ken drew near to God. And Ken got baptized almost immediately upon returning to a faithful participation in the life of the church. Now, I'd been in the church for a long time, but you didn't see Ken come because he had about 1,800 cows that he was 24/7 to care for. And if you're looking for a reason not to come to church, you've got them. So let me say that another way. You got to make it work to get away from something like that. So a year later, I invited the pastor and Ken to go with me on a fishing trip down into Mexico. And so we went to Oviachi, which is outside of Obregon, and we went up into the lake, and we would go up the lake on the boat and pitch a camp, and we camped on a little island. And we were talking around a campfire one night, and Ken said, Pastor, he said, I want you to know something. He said, I called on Jesus to save me over 20 years ago, but I never followed him in water baptism. Said, in the last year since I've been baptized in water, I have grown more in my walk with Jesus and my knowledge of Jesus in 1 year than I did in 20 with me not obeying him in water baptism. And you could have knocked me over with a feather, because I'd never heard that talked about before like that. And I thought, wow, what a testimony to the power that takes place in a person's life. It may be an unseen power, but it is a power that takes place in your life when you've come to Christ and you make a public declaration of your faith and your trust in Jesus. So I want to encourage all of you. If you have accepted Christ in recent weeks, or even if you accept him today, you ask, you come, you seek and find out, what do I have to do to be baptized? Ask your friends. In fact, bug them until they say, all right, I'll help you. I'll find out. But we want to help you on your journey with Jesus. And one of the best ways we know for that to happen is follow the Lord in water baptism. And he'll bless you for that.